Yeah. Now, so he did say in the Bible, it says that God placed the sun and all of these in the firmament. All right? But here, he's saying that these heavens are prior to the firmament and they turn in their own ways independent of the firmament. But this is the point. On the fourth day of creation in the Bible, it says that God put the planets, the stars and the sun and the moon in the firmament. Well, is that a contradiction? No, it's not. Because what that means is that the disks of the planets, the sun and the moon, they are all operating in such a way that their trajectories and their ecliptics are all fixed in positions in the firmament. And this is how tomorrow's eclipse can be explained and why the Freemasons knew to put all of those sailings from the west coast of America to the east coast, starting off in Oregon, Salem.
Can't make it up.
And finishing in South Carolina, Salem. And you've got 7 Salems all the way. And then when the next one happens in 7 years' time and goes up this way, the road, they put a road here called Salem Road.
At the node.
Exactly.
At the node. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
They know that every time the North Node does one 18-year cycle, they know where the shadows will be cast on this plane. Because why? Because the Earth is not moving. If the Earth was spinning,
you would never be able to get to it. Right.
They will never be able to put these Salems here and show off and how clever they are with their masonry.
67,000 miles an hour.
Because all the wobbles and floating and thrusting, hurtling and rotating and orbiting motions would absolutely cancel any of this.
There's no way.
The Earth is stationary. That's why this sort of phenomena can occur.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So, what do we learn here? Well, we learn the most powerful truths of the universe. We live in a golden
egg.
A cosmos. It's a aura.
Cosmology. Yes.
And here we are. We're not upside down. Here's me. Here's
vertical.
you.
We're in the vertical world.
Yeah. And here's someone else. And there's no one at all on this plane that is
honky-shonky
upside down. So I can do this with my finger and do a 360-degree pointing to all the human beings that exist on this plane at one fell swoop.
Yes. 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 Like a radar. That's how radars work.
I'm standing here in Australia, and I guarantee you, brother, that if I do if I point horizontally like this, eventually I'm going to be pointing at you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've just pointed to every single creature that lives on this plane just by doing a circle.
Word.
Now, so as the moon does her turning, now you'll remember now. This is the conundrum we have. Remember in last week's show, I said that the Indians knew that the moon passes behind the sun at the eclipse.
Yes, the new moon, yep.
Well, if this is the moon's sphere at the bottom, and this is the sun's sphere, the one in the middle, how can the moon, as the Hindus say, be above the sun? Well, it's simple. This is not a concentric order literally. Okay? It's an order of revolutions. The moon's revolution is 29.5 days.
That's right.
Mercury's 88. Venus is 225. The sun is 1 year. Mars is just under 2 years. Jupiter is 12 years. 12.
And then 24. Saturn's 24. Saturn's 24.
Saturn.
I think.
No, Saturn's 29.
29, sorry. I meant 29.
But it's 29 and a half, just like the moon is 29 and a half days. The moon is 29 and a half days. Saturn is 29 and a half. Exactly. It's actually, the moon's is 29.49 days. Saturn's is 29.49 years.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Gotta love that. Wow.
So,
things that make
it is possible. So it is possible for the moon to go behind the sun at the eclipse because her revolution is first and it makes a concentric sphere surrounding us. It doesn't have to be in physical order. It has to be in transcendental order, in order of priority, okay? But none of these planets are higher than any other and more further away. They are all basically sitting under this firmament here. And as they mix and make different aspects to each other, they are generating different energy on this plane. And that's how astrology works. It's the understanding of how the mixture of these planets, which all have their own key signature frequencies.
Yeah.
Saturn's is harmful. It's constrictive. Mars is also harmful. The Sun is and Venus and Jupiter are benefics. Their rays are very healing. So there's a mixture of good healing rays here in the seven and also the firmament. But there's also a mixture of negative rays.
Polarity, duality.
Yeah. So, now, the other interesting thing in Vedic science, in Bhagavad Gita, it says that there are 7 more discs.
Oh, right, below.
Under ours.
As above, so below.
Yes. Now, one might say, well, that's 15 now. That's, nearly 16, which is 2 octaves. So is it 15 or is it 10, Mr. Bonacci, Mr. Ptolemy, Bhagavad Gita? How is it that Bhagavad Gita claims to be a holy book and the Bible also claims to be a holy book and astrology claims to be a holy science and yet there is discrepancy? Well, that's covered. In the Psalms and in the book of Job, it talks about what is under the watery deep. And it talks about a place called Sheol.
Oh, that's right. You see that. Yeah, you see that a lot of Sheol. Below. To heal. Helios. No? Helios. Heliocentric. Hades.
Greek. Shell oil, owned by the elites.
Yep.
Sheol, because it's hell oil. Because it comes from under the... Where does oil come from? It comes from hell.
Wow.
Okay?
Right in our face.
Right in your face. Latin.
Inferno.
For hell. Infer.
Yeah.
Infer.
Cold. Inferno.
No.
Hot.
Hot. But cold, you're right. If you just take the F out and put an interchangeable V in there, and you've got what?
Inverno.
Winter.
Cold. Yeah, cold.
Well, that's inverno is in Italian is
cold.
Winter.
Winter. Oh my.
And inferno
is
infer under the ground. Infer is hot. Fer is fire. Infernal, invernal. Okay.
Okay.
So,
And
all right. Enough of whiteboard for now. So let's go and have a...
Great job. Great job, by the way. Great job. I love it.
Yep. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Now, all right. So to the listeners, please look this. I've posted it on Facebook. You'll find it on the net. It's called the 7 Salems of the eclipse. Coincidence? Well, look at this. Biblical eclipse. Biblical eclipse. So here we have, let's have a look at this. So starting off on the west coast over here in Oregon, we've got Salem, Oregon, Salem, Idaho, Salem, Wyoming, Salem, Nebraska, Salem, MO, what's that, Missouri?
I think so.
Montana?
I'm embarrassed to not even remember, really. I think that's Missouri, something like that.
Okay. Salem, Kentucky, and then ending up on the east coast,
South Carolina.
Salem, South Carolina.
I know that
Now,
one. And they make sure they got a globe in there for us too. Don't forget, you know. They got the globe there. they gotta put the globe in there. You know. They gotta brainwash us.
yeah, the Humpty Dumpty globe. Guess what happened to Humpty Dumpty?
Santa ball fell off the wall. Got put back together again.
Never got put back together again. But guess what? Someone pushed him off.
Kidding.
You know who it was?
Who?
Well, Santos Bonacci and Jerry the Ball Breaker.
Oh, right, of course. If you want to talk like that.
Yeah, this is what they omitted from the nursery rhymes. Who pushed Humpty Dumpty off the wall?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
We're going to smash Humpty Dumpty with globe and all the globe tarts together.
Yeah, with sledgehammer style.
Now here comes the interesting bit, which I mentioned before.
Oh, it is Missouri. Yep. Missouri, I mean. I meant to say
Misery.
I'm sorry, I meant to say Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri. It's been cold that, I heard.
And so this is where it crosses over here, and I'm just looking for the place where it says where this crossover happens.
Salem.
There is a road called Salem Road. Let's check that out where that is.
Let's see what that looks like. Look at that. Flood.
Yeah.
Fear. Be afraid.
Oh, hang on. It says the next eclipse after August 21st will be April 8th, 2024. Guess which town is where the two cross? You guessed it, Salem, Kentucky.
You can't make it up.
This is also the location of the most Middle America earthquakes recently.
Wow. Something's going on.
All right, now I've got to find where it talks about the road, guys, because I did see it here.
Take your time. No worries, no hurries. No hurries, no worries.
Oh, that's right. It was in the comments, guys. Oh, here we go. You got to go down to the comments.
Okay.
Here's some Christians telling people to repent and turn to God before it's too late.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, people should love God and the Creator anyway. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Anonymous. Okay. There is only one spot in the US that is the intersection of both the solar eclipse of 2017 and the next one in 2024. It is in South of Carbondale, Illinois. If you zoom in closely at this intersection point, there is a road there named Salem Road. Google Maps coordinates 37.64 and 89.26. So there's the coordinates, guys.
Pay attention, people.
That's right.
Salem Road, pay attention.
And here is the cross, people. Now, this eclipse is in Leo, the lion of the tribe of Judah. In 7 years' time,
Aries.
will be one Aries,
Yep.
the Lamb of God. Let's have a look at that astrologically, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, here is tomorrow's eclipse, guys, at the last degrees of Leo. And look where Rahu is, 4 degrees away. Okay, now here's the one in April. Now you see, what's going to happen is Rahu is going to go this way, clockwise. In 7 years' time, it will be smack bang in another fire sign, Aries. Aries is the head. If you look at this ecliptic as the body, this is the head, the cerebrum, this is the cerebellum, this is the arms, the chest, the heart, stomach, kidneys, generative system, hips, knees, shins, feet of the body of man,
Yes.
Adam. Now, so we know that Rahu retrogresses, okay? So it must go backwards. All the other planets are going anti-clockwise. They're going in the correct order through the zodiac, okay? Now, so what we have is on the 8th of April, I put it at 10:30, so the sun and moon are in the same position. You can see sun and moon conjunct on the 18th, 9th. I haven't put the right time, so I put 10:30 here. It should be more like afternoon, and then the moon will be on the 19th degree with the sun as well.
Conjunct.
And in Aries, as you can see, and guess what? Again, 4 degrees away from the North Node.
There you go.
Exactly 4 degrees.
Absolutely.
Just as it is here.
4
Here we go.
degrees.
28 degrees, 24 degrees. 19 degrees, Rahu, 15 degrees. So it's that 4 degree gap, guys. And so what we're seeing is very special because Aries is the head, the cerebrum, and this is going to illuminate the mind of humanity.
7
and
years.
tomorrow's eclipse will open up the heart of humanity. Despite the fact that there will be some trouble from tomorrow's eclipse, as all eclipses bring, the upside of it is that it will bring great treasures of a spiritual kind hidden from the eyes. But personally, we will all experience a wonderful, wonderful heart opening tomorrow. And possibly the hearts of many people will be opened and they will be able to see the true cosmology of where they live.